Did you have a good break? It's time now to go over the reading section for this lesson. So we have a passage here. It's a short essay, we could say. And of course, it's talking about what we have just learned. We have just talked about what plants need to grow. And we have learned a lot of useful words for this subject. We'll see these words in the reading passage. So let's go over it together, okay? So what we have here, we have the topic sentence. The first sentence is the topic sentence. The topic sentence is, a plant needs many things to help it grow. Many things, right? That's the key right there. So basically this reading is going to be talking about the many things a plant needs to grow. Remember when we did the lesson, we saw that there were 6 things that a plant needs to grow. So this passage will list those things. They'll talk about those 6 different things that a plant needs to grow. We can see several of them already on this first slide. First of all, it refers, of course, back to a plant, right? It refers back to a plant. A plant needs many things to help it grow. A plant needs sunlight, water, and air to help it grow. So already we've talked about 3 things, right? It lists 3 things. Let's take a look at a little description of each thing. First of all, it said sunlight. So what does sunlight do? Sunlight comes from the sun. So that's more description. We have more details about the first item. Sunlight, of course, comes from the sun. It's sunlight. It's not moonlight, it's sunlight. So it comes from the sun. It gives the plant warmth. And that's another thing that a plant needs to grow. So sunlight comes from the sun. It gives the plant warmth. It also gives us warmth too. Okay, so that's the first thing. A plant needs water to grow. Water helps carry food from the soil to all its parts. So we can see a pattern here. We're listing the different things, then we have more detail about each thing. So the next one is water, needs water. What does water do? It carries food. Carries food from the ground into the plant, from the soil. Remember we talked about soil. Soil is the part of the ground, or the top part of the earth, where there are many nutrients, where there is a lot of different ingredients that supply food for the plant. Soil has food for the plants to grow big and strong. Just like you need good food, right? Fruits, vegetables, meat, rice, pasta, things like that. You need those different foods to grow big and strong. Well, plants need soil to grow big and strong. Of course, we don't need soil. Don't eat soil. It's horrible, right? But plants will eat soil. They need soil to grow big and strong. And water helps them get that material, those ingredients that are good for the plant, up into the plant so that the plant can use those things. Water is very important. Okay, let's move on to the next one. We cannot see air, right? Air is invisible. We talked about that. But it is also important for the plant to grow. All living things need air to grow. They need that certain type of gas to grow. Plants grow in the ground, okay? So plants grow in the ground, we talked about that. The ground is where the soil is, right? So plants grow in the ground, but they also need space around in the ground in order to be able to expand, to grow big and tall. Think of a tree. A tree needs a lot more space than, for example, maybe a strawberry bush. A strawberry bush just needs a little space, but they all need space. Every plant needs space, room in the ground to grow bigger. Okay, so you need room to expand, right? So, can you remember all the important things a plant needs to grow big and strong? We've talked about 6 different things. What are those 6 different things? Okay, let's go over the organization for the reading passage that we just studied.